Captain
Hello.
Duuuuval.
Duuuuval.
Firstly, though, how excited are you? The season has begun.
Yay.
Oh, we're so excited. We're so excited. We cannot wait to see what we're going to come on that field at the Everbank Stadium and see what we rocking and rolling with. We're excited.
Us big cats have got to stick together, I think. I see there's a lot of similarities between the Jaguars and the Panthers that everybody kind of forgets about them. They don't really, I mean, you know, the Panthers do have more success in their history, you know, getting all the way to the Super Bowl. What was it? Super Bowl 50?
It was Super Bowl 50, yeah.
Yeah. So
Cam.
Yeah. So I will be keeping an eye on the season, and even though it's, as I say, it's a shame that in a way that we're playing on the weekend, but I do wish, you know, you guys the very best for the season.
Thank you, Captain Duuuval.
Yeah, you must be excited to come to the game. Do you go on the road a lot for road games?
Yeah, I try to make at least 3 away games a season.
Okay. Yeah, how long a drive is it to Jacksonville then?
Oh, from Charlotte it was 6 hours.
Ooh,
wow.
Okay.
Panther, is that a play on words like the Pink Panther? So is that where that came from?
That is a good question. Yes, when I was little, I used to watch Pink Panther all the time because, you know, there was only a couple of, you know, cartoons on, but I loved the Pink Panther,
I love it too.
You know, so that's where it kind of derived from, but I didn't want to use that name per se because it's trademarked. And so then you combine the Pink, and my name is Pink, so people call me Pink. Used to ride a motorcycle, and I painted my bike pink, and so they called me Pink. So that's where that came from. So Pink. And then I said, well, since I'm a super fan, let's see how I can incorporate the Panthers, that little fur that we have, you know, Pink fan fur. Oh, that was it. So
it works. It does work.
Brainstorm some names, and I wanted to incorporate the Pink and the Panther and the fan.
I mean, you said you used to you'd ride motorbikes.
Yes, I used to ride motorcycles.
Were they
14 years?
Were they the big?
No, I rode the sport bike.
Nice, good. Well, I used to do the same.
Oh, really? Did you ride the big Harleys or the sport bike?
I mean, I used to ride what I'd call a hooligan's bike. So, you know, a sports bike. I had a Kawasaki Ninja. So I used to ride around at ridiculous speeds. So yeah,
and I had one too.
Oh, cool.
A Kawasaki Ninja 636, because you know that means I'm a cowgirl and you're a cowboy, but not the cow in that word as it says cowboy.
Was it green?
No, it was Carolina blue.
You know what? This is unbelievable because I used to have it was an 05 plate, you know, so the year 05, Kawasaki 636 Ninja in blue.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute.
We got a lot in common when it comes to riding.
Yeah. I have to exchange photographs. Yeah. Next time in the States, in say Jacksonville or something, I'd like to hire a Harley and dress like this and cruise. You know, that would be brilliant. I'd love that.
Well, people will be having accidents trying to look at you, you know, trying to get that look.
I might get pulled over.
They already do.
Taking double takes and wrecking.
They already do, like in their cars. Yeah. It's really bad sometimes. I just wanted to mention, I heard you say Army, so that you guys have another thing in common because the captain was in the Army as well.
Yeah.
Army strong.
Just that little bit more.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, you too.
What did you do in Hawaii, though? What kind of specialty were you?
I was a 71 Lima back in those days, an administrative specialist, which is personnel in the Army. And I did a lot of paperwork, basically doing orders and TDY orders and memos to the commanders and the generals and all those kinds of things. So really just a lot of secretarial or administrative.
Well, it's got to be done, you know.
Great.
In terms of the military, I mean, they say that for every single job in civilian life, there's the same job happening in the military life. So yeah,
absolutely. It helped me a great deal because as soon as I got out of the Army in 1998, I was able to get a job like a week later at the South Carolina juvenile justice because of all of the administrative skills that I attained in the Army. So it was good.
That's good.
How did you luck into Hawaii? Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, when you join the Army, they give you this wish list when you join, and they say, hey, put 3 places on your dream sheet. Like, okay, put 3 things on there where you dream to go to. And it's like, okay, if you think you're going to those places, you're dreaming. But Hawaii was one of those places that I put on my list. And I actually got stationed there after AIT.
Wow. So which island were you at? Waikiki and stuff? Like,
I was on Oahu, and Schofield Barracks sits flat, smack dab in the middle of the island. And that is the home of the Koli Pass, where the war started in 1941. They came in from the back at the Koli Pass at Schofield. Wow. So it's a very historic base and a very historic moment.
Yeah.
And you were there, you served there. So that's really cool. What's the Panther scene like in Carolina?
As a super fan, I'm going to always say, because it's at the bottom of my heart, it's always a great experience for me as a super fan. And I can probably speak for my other super fan friends and family that it is a very great experience no matter who shows up, because we're always undefeated in the super fan department, right?
When, I came to the Jacksonville for the first time, I mean, there were so many great super fans that made me very, very welcome, like the Comish of DuuuVal and, of course, Tally Jag and Tilo Patra. I mean, they're just, they were, especially Tally Jag. I mean, she was the first one that touched base with me, and made me feel very welcome. And I'll always really appreciate them all for that. So yeah,
she's been very gracious in helping the super fans that's coming in from Carolina to host us and just kind of entertain us and hang out with us. And so we're very appreciative of Tally Jag's all her southern hospitality. She's so great. And Tila Patrick, we're going to meet up with her as well.
Oh man, she's so fun to watch. I mean, everybody sees her just in the end zone and cheerleading and all that stuff. Yeah. And she's just such a positive force. She always goes, seems like she's always in the fan zone before the game, meeting with the kids.
Yeah, she's always got the moves.
Tell me about, speaking of stadium stuff. So I'm wondering about this. Okay. So Sweet Caroline. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So people always say, oh, the Red Sox started that. It was the Sox. But I've heard a rumor that it was actually the Panthers that kind of started that. So can you clear this up for me?
We, the Panthers, started it because we are the Sweet Carolina Panthers. So I'm going to go with that.
How'd your draft go? How do you feel about the draft picks in the offseason, how it went?
I do feel great about the first draft pick, Tetairoa, McMillan.
Oh, yeah.
I was at the draft party, and then the next day we had the welcome walk. So we were super fans, Mad Cata and Dr. Cardiac and several other fans had the opportunity to, with all the other fans, to, welcome him in. They recorded his entire journey. And then when he got in front of all of the fans, he got out of the limo, and then it was like this big, big scene. It was so exciting to see him come out and be welcomed by the owners, and everybody was there. Sir Purr was there, the cheerleaders, and he just walked down the aisle, and everybody was screaming and yelling, T-Mac, T-Mac, T-Mac. And I just thought that was such a great experience. For the super fans and the fans, it was a great experience. I can't even imagine for him as, getting picked first by us, coming down and being welcomed into the Carolinas like that.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling really good about him, and because he's got some great height, and he's a good addition for Bryce, because Bryce needs that to get the ball to T-Mac. So we're feeling very good about him.
That was another question that we were going to have for you, is Bryce.
Okay, go right ahead. I love Bryce, baby. I'm a diehard Alabama Crimson Tide Roll Tide fan, because I grew up in Alabama and I've watched Alabama. And when Bryce Young took his first snap at Alabama, I was there.
Wow.
When he dropped that first snap and he fumbled the ball, I was there. And his parents are great people. They raised a great guy. He's got so much humility and grace. I just love him as a person. I don't know him personally, but, when you watch these players grow up through college, you kind of get to know them kind of, sort of. Mm-hmm. He played great ball at Alabama because he had pieces around him to help him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was at the draft, thank God, 2023 when he was drafted, and it was the best experience of my entire life.
Yeah.
To be sitting right there waiting for him to
see
draft.
it. Yeah.
Everybody was so excited and screaming. I was just like, me and my friend, because we were both diehard fans of Alabama, and we were just like screaming and dang near crying,
Yeah.
But
that's really good because your guy got on your team, so it's like,
yes,
this is really great.
Because we don't get Alabama players like that.
And then now you got T-Mac, so you're just all like the two of them
all giggles and smiles over here.
And and that game on the weekend, you're going to have the two brothers, the two running backs playing against each other, aren't they?
ETNs.
ETN and ETN, one from Clemson, one from Georgia.
Trevor and Travis,
That's going to be so electric, man. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I was watching one of the preseason games, and Trevor had a good game. I was like, woo, he might be a really good running back. He might be his brother.
He had a couple of good runs, and then I said, oh yeah, he just made the team on that one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch. Yeah.
They can't kick him out, so.
No. He's an ETN.
Yeah, he's an ETN. If nothing else, it's really fun. Just to call him ETN.
And you guys got Travis Hunter. I think it was gutsy. I mean, you got to be gutsy, to get somebody like Travis. I mean, Heisman Trophy winner, and I mean, of course, Bryce Young is the Heisman Trophy winner too. Just let me slip that in. But you got to go for the gusto if that's who you want, because you know what his talent is, and you know what he's about. You know what he can bring to the table. You've watched him all season with Colorado, so. I think it was a very gutsy move, and I was very impressed and shocked. I was like, wait, what? Oh, and then the first thing I thought of, because I knew we were playing you guys, was, well.
I understand you got your own business. Is that right?
That is correct. I do. I'm retired from the military.
Yes.
So when I retired from the military, and I also work as a therapist. So I do therapy 1 day a week. But the other days, I pretty much just work on my business, which is Pink Fan Fur. That business is a superfan outfit design company.
Nice.
So pretty much I knew that I wanted to do that before I retired. So I started collecting all these things and all of these fabrics and stuff like that. And I recently just took a sewing class like about 3 or 4 months ago. So now that I got a sewing machine or 2 sewing machines, the world is endless now when it comes to superfan outfits. So a lot of times I spend time just kind of crafting, honing in on my craft. If I'm not doing that, I'm dealing with my new puppy or talking to my grandkids or, out shopping or something, just running errands, just enjoying life, enjoying that part of life where I don't have to clock in and out anymore, because I feel like I did a lot of that in my 30 or 40 years of working. And it's great to just sit back and not have to worry about that. But I am free, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about the games, I'm preparing for these games every week. I've got to figure out what I'm wearing, helping my friends get their outfits together. And I'm getting ready to start my own line. Pink Fan Fur, going to come out with some makeup, some glitter, some hair.
Oh my God, that's
some
awesome.
merch. This shirt I'm wearing here, Carolina SuperFans United. That's who we represent. Founder, Mad Catta, Elaine Brown. My daughter created, we've got Dr. Cardiac who did the designs, myself and I, and we all kind of did the designs, but my daughter did the shirts. So we got different vendors doing some different things, but we've got our own Carolina SuperFans United merch now. So
that's really cool.
So is it mostly like what you do at the moment? Is it mostly kind of commissions, or do you have like a site where you say, here's my stuff?
I have a website, but I'm actually, it's under construction right now because I took it down and I want to revamp it a little bit. When I put it up, it really didn't do what I wanted to do. So I'm just going to revamp it right now. I do have a therapy website up, but my superfan stuff is all word of mouth. People know who I am and what I do, and that's pretty much it. And I got a lot of my friends that I help, sort of develop their superfan persona, you could say. And they're kind of like prototypes for me.
Yeah.
I'm my own prototype and they're my prototype. So we
I know what you mean.
Social media.
And it's good fun too, isn't it? I mean, it's good fun.
It is fun. It is very much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they, is it mostly Carolina fans then, or do you help anybody?
Anybody.
Okay.
Even Jaguars fans.
Even Jaguars fans. I told you, you
Okay,
said us fans
I'll
got
make a note.
Now your makeup is amazing.
Well,
I could do that too, but it is absolutely amazing. I don't know if it's you do you do it yourself. I want to ask you, do you do it yourself, or is it like an actual kind of a mask that you put on, or how does that work?
it's a latex mask that I've stuck to my face.
Okay.
And then basically that has to be painted the day before. And then I paint around the rest of it. So,
gotcha.
You know, I mean, it's crazy.
It looks really good. I love it.
Little cat nose.
I love it. You look cute.
It's like half and half. It's half him and half the mask. And some people actually go up and push on the nose, but
yeah.
The problem is when he takes it off.
I'd like to get a little tiny little squeaker so that I could just squeak the nose. Yeah.
Let me
the
just
problem is when he takes it off, like half his skin comes off. So
yeah. He doesn't want to come off.
You know how it's kind of a sacrifice to be a fan, right? Sometimes
it is. It really. I mean, especially these away games, because Captain Duuuval, you know how it is. I mean, you came all the way to Detroit. You came all the way. It's a lot to bring everything. You know, you
it is. You're right.
You know, and then you got different functions you got to be at with different outfits on. So it is a lot.
Yeah, it's a commitment. It's a commitment, but as you say, as a super fan, you know, it's the fun of it, and it's the very least we can do to support the teams, isn't it? Really. So I just wish more people would do it. I just wish more people.
I know, that's what I want. I mean, that's really what I want. I feel like us as fans, we do that. We produce that Mazel Smiles thing, and you know, when fans see you, they love it, and you want to kind of be inspired. You know, you want to inspire other people to aspire to be. But it's a calling, you know what I mean? It's not just something you just decide to do. It's like you have to have it in you, you know what I mean? You have to have that personality to do it, and the faith to love your team as much as you do, no matter what, win, lose, draw.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing about England is, you know, people there do not.
Somebody stood next to me at the train station and said, I overheard them on the tube, on the train on the way to Wembley, and they said, "Oh, I'm feeling a bit self-conscious wearing this jersey." And I stood next to them thinking, hello, you know.
You're self-conscious. I'm a human freaking cat.
because this takes so long to do, you see. I mean, I've got to do it at home, and I've got to travel like this to the stadium. So no matter where it is, if it's in Jacksonville or if it's in London, I'm on public transport, you know, so.
And people are probably like,
well,
some people are like, and some people are like, oh, you look so great. Can I get a picture?
Well, in England, it's more like, because they don't even know the sport. So that's kind of the whole point is we go down to the center and go to the palace and, you know, like places like the Big Ben and say, like, just people are like, what is that? What a weird thing. And then we'll say the NFL is here tomorrow and they don't even know. They have no idea there's a game at Wembley. They have no idea.
I think that's what the NFL is trying to do, is make an attempt to go international. And I know they got this game in Brazil Friday. Yes. So I think that's what they, you know, the more of the push is to develop this international following. Yes. I mean, I don't know. That's what I think.
In terms of, I think in the NFL, if they're going to keep making more money and making more profits, then that's where they can do it. Rather than a national sport, making it a worldwide sport. You know, and there's a lot of fans out there. I mean, we've met fans, as I'm sure you have, from all over the place. You know, Germany and Mexico, and especially if we go to the draft. I mean, when you were at the draft, you must have spoken to so many different people because you know, as a super fan, they're drawn to you, aren't they? So
I was at the Browns game just the other day, and there was this gentleman sitting next to me, and he had an accent. And I said, "Where are you from? Where are you from? Your accent, I know that accent." It almost sounded like it was Australian. But he said, no, it's actually German. I'm like, oh, it doesn't. Okay. Well, he was from Germany. He came all the way from Germany to the game.
You know, if you ever go to a Wembley game, I don't know if you've been to one or not, but if you do, half the people you meet are from Germany because they love NFL.
So we just got to get more people in England to love it.
Yeah, you'll have to
Well,
come over.
I think there's a regular about 6 million fans there now. So that's pretty good,
That's good.
although it's nowhere near the number of quote football, soccer fans. I mean, there's nowhere near that. But
If you come over to one of the games in this country, when when you go through the arrivals with your suitcases and stuff, I'll be there waiting for you, dressed like this,
Okay.
with a sign, So
That would be awesome. And I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be dressed like this, I'm gonna be dressed up. I'm dressed down today.
yes. Well, you've been on the road. I mean, that is
that's
allowable.
right.
You've been on the road.
As I say, we appreciate speaking to you because I mean, as you say, you've been on the road. You must be exhausted. You need a nice cup of tea. That's what you need.
And so we always ask what your favorite morning beverage is.
Oh, my favorite morning beverage is to drink Folgers decaffeinated coffee and latte slim fast.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And I also mix green tea in it. So that's my morning routine.
Wow.
It's so good. It's so good.
So you shake it up, so kind of shake it all together.
Well, I take a thing of Slim Fast. It's the latte caramel brand flavor, and then I dilute it with water. So for every one jar, I put 3 jars of water in. So it's pretty much diluted, and then I pour that. So I do half a cup of the coffee and then half of the Slim Fast, and then put it in the microwave for a minute.
I thought it was going to be cold, so it's a hot drink.
No, it's hot.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to try and see what that tastes like.
It's very good. I love it. In fact, I'm already in withdrawal because I didn't have any today.
Oh, I'm sorry. You need to have some in a minute. You need to have some in a minute.
There is no wrong way to fan. It's
no wrong way to fan. Absolutely not. Good policy.
Yeah, so I like to normalize sort of the super fan, like when you're wearing your big, because you wear usually this hat, right? You wear a hat.
No, I normally don't wear a hat. I normally wear long braids, and sometimes I wear a headband, or you never know what I'm going to wear. See, that's the thing. I mean, nobody knows what I'm going to wear from from every game to get every game.
Especially as it's your business, especially as it's your business to actually create these.
I create these, yes. Yeah. It's endless the things that you can do as a super fan or for super fans. I mean, let's make it into a business, if it's something you love and you enjoy doing it, you have this passion for it, make it into a business, make some money, dang it.
Yeah, and also in terms of money, do you manage to raise any money for charities and causes and things like that? Do you, as a super fan, do you look at, trying to do some good for the kids and things like that? Or is that something you do?
That is a very good question. And we are very community service oriented, us super fans, believe it or not. I mean, I was just volunteering with the Carolina Panthers School Central backpacking initiative 2 weeks ago, where we packed 54,425 backpacks for the kids.
Wow.
So a lot of times it may not just be about monetary or, in-kind contributions.
No, it's time.
It's about time and energy and work. And we also did the Keep Pounding Day, where we went into the community with the Habitat for Humanity and worked on building homes, for people who's moving into these homes, who could not otherwise afford these homes. So we are very community oriented. Yeah. I'm big with the military and veterans are one of my favorites, as well as, domestic violence survivors is one of my other things. And I'm also a board member with a nonprofit organization where I assist with, fundraisings and things like that. So just bringing awareness to the community about some of these human service things going on.
It's all about adding fun, and just especially I think for the Jags, it's like you need all the fun and lightheartedness that you can possibly get. So
we're right there with you.
I know you're commiserating, right?
We're like two cats in the litter box. We got some claws and paws going on this weekend. It's the claws against the paws.
Yeah,
that's the initiatives and the things.
It's just a shame. It's just a shame that one has to lose and one has to win.
Yeah. When I think about the Jags, I love the colors. We think about it being in Jacksonville on the beach and the sun and the fun. But the super fans are the greatest and the best. That's what I think I like about the Jags. the thing that I really think the thing about you guys that we have in common is that you had #1 pick and we had #1 pick.
Yeah. That's probably the bad thing about the Jags.
That's
right?
a good situation and a good situation from a bad situation, but we have that in common, having been the #1 pick.
Well, both of them.
The Jags had them 2 years in a row and stuff, but it's like it's kind of like let's set a record for how many in 5 years, right?
Yeah. Well, let's stay excited and just
stay excited.
They're gonna have both teams are gonna have their year, I'm sure.
Stay motivated, stay excited, stay energetic, stay
just be optimistic and just keep smiling. Keep smiling. Yeah.
Keep smiling. That's a good motto.
Yeah. I mean, thank you so much for taking time.
One thing that remains though, before we say goodbye, now the captain, me, when I say goodbye, I always say it in a very British way, and I would love it if you could say it the same. So basically, the word that I always say, cheerio. So can you say cheerio?
Cheerio.
I like that. I like the Well, thanks.
Thank you.
Great talking to you.
Thank you, guys. So nice to meet you online.
Thank you.
Okay.